hard to swallow. So that's on my mind. But our guys gave everything they had tonight, and it's just tough to have to try to figure out how to play defense when people are just running into you the whole night. So I just think it's a tough way to play basketball and adjust in game. And then, they made shots when they needed to. We made shots. They just made more of them.
Two of those guys that made big-time shots for you were Boyan and Alec Burks. Just seeing them and even the response after Monday's game. I mean, did you see the response you wanted to?
Yeah. We had an unreal practice yesterday. Like I told you, we probably spent close to 4 hours in the gym just practicing, talking, and we spent time this morning talking about how we wanted to play. We got off to a really good defensive first quarter. And even though the numbers don't indicate it, they made a lot of tough shots over contested hands, and then they got to the free throw line a ton. So I'm happy with how we responded. I believe that's who we are. I think we're going to just get better and better. This is a great learning experience for our guys, how to play out a game. You never know what's going to happen. Burks hits a shot at the end of regulation, and we're able to play for 5 more minutes. And you got to be able to hold it together and then string some stops together and take care of the ball. I thought we reacted well to their zone. We got pretty much all the shots we wanted. Just in those moments when we didn't score in overtime, they came down and we didn't respond well to the slipping. And they slipped out and got some threes, or they just drove it and got to the basket and got a foul, which is something I got to look at from a film perspective to see, how we can get better.
From the start of the game, consistently you guys were crashing the offensive glass, getting a lot of second chance baskets. How critical were those plays in terms of just being able to keep pace with the Jazz and stay ahead of them for large stretches?
Well, we have to. You got to do something to gain an advantage. When you give up that many possessions from a turnover perspective and points, you got to gain an advantage somewhere, so we got to rebound the ball. The Jazz are a lethal team offensively, and especially here. And everybody knows the balls bounce a little farther here because of the altitude, so we had to talk to our guys about that. So our rebounding was huge tonight, just understanding that the ball could bounce a bit differently. But when you turn it over that much, you have to do something to combat that, rebounding and shot making. And tonight we were able to do both.